Welcome to day 14 of A Day in Desperation. Today I'm going to work on a hunger and thirst mechanic. I've been really wanting to make a hunger and thirst mechanic for Desperation just to kind of give the player another resource on needing to prep for their run and then extract if they need to because they don't have the correct preps. I never really knew what I wanted out of this or how it would function, how it would look, so that's what a lot of this video is. It's a kind of a beginning to end process. I knew I wanted hunger and thirst, kind of didn't know how else I wanted it. One of the other episodes I did some inventory prep to prep for this UI, kind of clean it up a little bit, and now I continue. I kind of go through and I start just drawing and trying to figure out what I want this to look like. First I was like, maybe bars, and it just showed like kind of the percentage, almost like a health bar, but I didn't really like that. It took up too much room. I didn't feel like that was kind of nice and unique. And I kind of had this idea of like, what if it was a piece of food and a bottle of water that would slowly drain away at increments. So I drew 5 variations of each, the food piece and the water piece, and then I kind of wrote a doc for what those thresholds were and kind of the effects that were given, because you can get some effects if you're like you're full or you're dehydrated. These affect the characters you have. These get all applied to the entire team. So that's another piece I did. I just started with the actual application of the effect. I added all the drawings and then the thresholds. It was quite a bit of work. This was a couple hours of work to get all the drawings in and the mechanics in, start ticking. These effects tick every 10 seconds out of combat, and then every start of a new round in combat. So they can tick pretty quickly. I think in between this episode and next, I actually made a food item. So we'll get to that later. But that was this day in Desperation. Thank you for watching.